So we're going to do some more examples here. So looking at this one, this is about the tissue box. So a tissue box has dimensions of 21 centimetres by 9 centimetres by 12 centimetres. Now you do have to get used to this wording. Dimensions just mean the length, the breadth and the height. Okay, and a lot of times people will tell you those things when they're telling you the dimensions of a lounge or something. They'll say the dimensions are, and they'll just tell you these numbers. So they are the numbers we're going to be putting into our volume formula. So it says calculate its volume, underline that in red, and it says we're getting it in cubic centimetres. That becomes very important, so underline that in red as well. So cubic centimetres just means centimetres cubed. So write that underneath it. You just need to know that your answer must end up in centimetres cubed. Now for your answer to end up in centimetres cubed, it means the numbers that you're putting into the formula must be in centimetres. And let's check. That's in centimetres. So is that, so is that. The three numbers are all in centimetres, so that's fine. So we're going to put in here V equals L times B times H. V equals 21 times 9 times 12. Then when you use your calculator, it will give you 2,268. Then you write on the end centimetres and cubed for volume. And that's what they wanted, so that's good. Now in part 2, it's a little bit different. They want the same thing, a volume, but this time they want it in cubic millimetres. And cubic millimetres means millimetres cubed. So write that down in red near those words. Now, what we do for that is we take the answer we just got, which is 2,268 centimetres cubed, and we want to change that into millimetres cubed. So to do that, we go, well, we're going to a smaller unit, so we're timesing. Now, if you think about your ruler, 1 centimetre equals 10 millimetres. So we're going to be timesing by 10, but remember that if that's cubed and that's cubed, this gets cubed. That's a really badly done thing in tests. A lot of people just times by 10 and get it wrong. You have to times by 10 cubed. Okay, so you're putting in your calculator. Don't forget how to do this. So we're putting in 2268, right, times 10 cubed. So it's times 10. Now, the power key, remember, is up next to the squared key. It's the one with the X and the little box. So we're going to press that one there. So press that and it comes up like that, and then you put 3 for the little cubed, and then press equals. And then it'll give you this answer. And that's your final answer with millimetres cubed on the end. All right, so looking at the next one, we've got a refrigerator. And again, in shops and that, they'll tell you the dimensions of the fridge. You have to measure your space at home and check your fridge is going to fit. The worst thing that can happen is that you measure your space, they tell you the dimensions of the fridge, the delivery man brings it, and it doesn't fit in the space. Okay, so it's really important to be able to do this properly. So the fridge has dimensions. Now we know that's the length, the breadth and the height of 68 centimetres by 166 centimetres by 65 centimetres. We are calculating its volume in cubic centimetres, which look like this. So we start with our formula, V equals L times B times H. Check that we've got our things in centimetres. Yes, we do, so we can put those numbers straight in. And then when you use your calculator, you're going to get this answer in centimetres cubed. All right, now, in the second part, this time they want the answer in cubic metres. So that's metres cubed. So we're going to take our answer that we just got, which is in centimetres cubed, and we're going to convert it into metres cubed. So we have to go to a bigger unit. So we're dividing by 100 because centi is 100. And because that's cubed and that's cubed, this is cubed as well. So you're going to put in your calculator 733,720 divided by 100. Then press the button next to the squared key. Don't forget which one you're pressing for that. That one there. Oh, hang on. I'll just get rid of that. That one there. That's the button you're pressing. This is the squared. It's not that one. It's the one next door. Okay. So press that key and then 3. And your answer will come out to be 0.73372. Okay, all right, let's look at the next one. So we're finding volume again. This time they want it in cubic centimetres, which looks like that, remember? Now, these ones are trickier. So let's check what they've told us here about this shape. That's in centimetres, so that's good. That's in centimetres, so that's good. That's not in centimetres, so we have to change that. Before we start, that has to be changed into centimetres. So we're going from millimetres to centimetres to a bigger unit. So we're dividing by, now think of your ruler. 1 centimetre is 10 millimetres. So we're dividing by 10, and 40 divided by 10 gives you 4. So you've got to use the 4 this time when you're going into your formula. So V equals L times B times H. Now let's put the numbers in. Length times, we're going to put 4. I'll just actually put that in red so you can see that's the one we've had to change. So that 4 is going in here, times 5. And you'll get 200 as your answer. Then you write your centimetres cubed on the end. All right, let's look at this next one. Remember, the answer has to be in cubic centimetres. So this is in centimetres, that's good. That's not. They both have to change to centimetres. So how do we go from metres to centimetres? We're going to a smaller unit. So we're going to times by, centi is 100. So we'll times by 100. So 3 times 100 is 300. And we're going to do the same over here. So we're going to times by 100 over here as well. 2 times 100, 200. Okay, so we've got to put in all the numbers that are in centimetres. So we have 200 times 300 times 50. So if you have a look at what we've done so far, we've got that in centimetres, that in centimetres, that in centimetres. They're all going in, and you'll get an answer off your calculator. Of that, and then you write on the end, centimetres cubed. So we ended up with 3 million centimetres cubed. Okay, so don't forget, always start with your formula, V equals L times B times H. Then go and put your numbers in, but make sure they're in the right units first, then put your numbers in, then use your calculator. Okay, so if you have any questions, make sure you let me know. Do your homework, there's not too many to do, but I want 3 lines of working at least